Hey guys, I thought I'd help you out with this assignment a little bit. I'll maybe give you some pointers and some tips. So the first thing is you opened up the assignment, and then you need to change it to your instrument. I'm going to do that right here. I'm going to change it to trombone. Let's say you messed it up. You're working on it, you messed it all up. There is a version finder, so you can revert back to where you started. Okay, and that's easy to find. Up here at the top where it says last save 2 minutes ago, it has every save you ever made. So if you click on that, you can take it back using the slider. You can take it back to whatever version you had. Now I haven't done anything on this one yet, so it doesn't really show anything, but this little slider here will go back to every mistake I made or everything I made. You can go back all the way to the beginning if you need to. So if you had a transposition problem like you had today, you might just start over again. Anyway, I want to change the instrument, so I can just click on where it says vibraphone here. I'm going to change it to trombone. So you click the little replace this instrument. It's a brass instrument. It's trombone, and hit save. Now it's treble clef trombone, which doesn't work for me. I don't know about you. So I need to change it to bass clef. So I go to measure, click on change clef, and then I'm going to change it to bass clef. Now there are lots of different kinds of bass clef. Make sure you choose the straight up bass clef or the straight up treble clef, not the one with the 8 or the 15 or anything like that. Hit save. Now you can see that while I could probably play most of these notes, I probably couldn't play that one up there. That's pretty darn high in trombone. So we need to transpose it down an octave. So to transpose, there's an octave shift button right here. You just basically click that. Oops. Maybe that's not what I wanted to do. That's going to take it up. Let's do it the old-fashioned transposition way, the way you were trying to do it in class today. So under select, you've got transpose. Now there's a couple things you have to do. We want to take it down 1 octave. We want to make sure it's a perfect unison. If you do a diminished unison, you're going to get a bunch of sharps. And if you do an augmented unison, you're going to get a bunch of flats. So make sure it says perfect unison. Okay? We don't need to update the key signature. We don't need to update the chords. If I click down an octave, you should see that. On trombone, you might want to go down 2 octaves and click perfect unison. And now you can see that it looks correct down here. See, if I click diminished unison, it gives me all these flats here. If I click augmented, it gives me all these sharps. Okay, so perfect unison. Let's transpose. Now all the notes are kind of in the range. Now you can transpose just these couple of measures here if you need to. You can select these 2 measures, transpose them up an octave. There you go. Put them in the range, etc. Do these ones here. Transpose up, perfect unison, transpose, and that chord right there. Transpose up an octave. There we go. Now my notes are in kind of the range. I actually would like these ones to be up too. For me, it's easier to play jazz, I think, up in that octave. Okay. Now you got the notes in. Now we got to start to create a melody. So what might be helpful here is to add another instrument. I saw some of you doing this today. It was kind of a good idea, I think. So you can go add an instrument. I'm just going to add another trombone. Save. Okay, now I can write my melody underneath, and I've got my chords up top. So to do that, you are going to choose a rhythm first, like we talked about in class. You can use words to do that. But I want you to keep this melody really simple. So, use the same kind of rhythm over and over again. So if you look here, we've got 4 bars, 4 bars, and 4 bars that we have to do. And these 4 bars are going to be almost the same as these 4 bars. So I'm going to write a quick melody, and I think I'm going to start on the root note. So I'm going to choose a quarter note. Oops. I'm going to choose a quarter note. And I'm going to do eighth notes. And I'm going to use the blues scale, so I'm going to make that a flat. If you look at that blues scale, we talked about that note's flat. Even though there's a natural here, that's the blue note. Do that. And then maybe I'll do an eighth note pickup here. So, and I'm going to go do that. And I think I'll do a G eighth note. And then back to that E flat. Another E flat. Okay, so my melody so far sounds like this. I'm going to go up to this score playback. Just play that up here. I'm going to go to playback options. I'm going to mute the top, make it swing. I'm going to mute this top one here by clicking solo mode, so I can just hear what I wrote. Okay, so it goes like this. Alright, maybe I don't like that so much, so, but anyway, that's gonna be my melody, okay? So now simply, I'm gonna copy these two measures, just copy, I'm gonna paste them right here, paste. Oh, I forgot it works like that. You click right where you want to start pasting. I forgot I did that. There you go. Okay, and I'm gonna do that. Now I need to write the last part of the theme here. This last response. So this goes do dot do dot. Over here, I'm going to do something kind of similar, but maybe I'm going to make the notes go the opposite direction. So I see this is a D, F, and C. I'm going to start on D, but instead of making the notes go up, I'm going to make the notes go down, and I'm going to make them a little bit longer. So, go back to note. I'm going to start with a half note, and I'm going to start with a D. Maybe do 2/4. And then D, that, D, that. We'll go like sometimes when I'm doing this, most of the time I'm doing this, I actually play it on my trombone while I'm working on it, so that, you know, I can kind of get the feel for what it would feel like to play it, and whether I'd actually play it. Alright, so my melody right now sounds like this. Oh man, I wish we just always started. And that's my melody. It's very simple. You can see that the pattern is 1/4 to 8, and then 1/4 to 8, and then just a nice long sort of ending. And it happens every 4 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Hopefully that helps a little bit. If you watch this video, the code word is frosting.